Morning YouTube, it's Sam from Sam's Garden Maintenance. Just going to jump on here hopefully quickly to see what you guys would do in this situation. I know we're still amongst a pandemic and a supply chain issue. It's still a bit crappy, everyone is struggling for parts and there's not enough trained people to fix the things. But anyway, I'm wondering, just for a bit of advice, whether right is that I'm better off, I don't know, but I'll put it to you. Basically, I bought a strimmer last year, cordless combi. I think it's a 135R. It's where the battery goes at the top, not at the bottom. And it's basically it's like the most expensive one you can get. That's not a flex. It's either me saying the most expensive or the biggest cordless one. Still do. It's one of them two. And I bought it last year, used tool last year for everything, and it's really good. I'm really happy. But like some of the other combi stuff, it's broken. Not combi, cordless, sorry, it's broken. So I took it to the dealer on March the 3rd. My local one, I'm not going to name who it is, I'm just going to refer to him as mate, because I don't want to flame somebody. If he has done something wrong or he is shit, I'm still not going to flame him, because I don't believe in burning bridges, because we've all got to help each other out to some degree. So I dropped it off and I told him the symptoms, where it feels like, to me, like a magnet or something in the motor's delaminated, because when you turn it on like the strimmer head, it's really rough and you can hear it grinding inside. So he's had it and he says, yeah, it's not a problem. All the parts, they're in stock. They're just off the shelf, basically sort of plug and play, so it won't take long at all. I said okay, and I know what he's like, so I gave him a couple of weeks, and I rung him up. He says, yeah, he said, still are out of stock on the ECU, the control board. So there's no problem. So he went from next day to not, which he sort of promised, but I knew what he's like, so as I say, I didn't hold him to task on that. So I said, how long roughly? He says, oh, give us a call in a few weeks. Gave him a call in a few weeks, still out of stock. Gave him a call a couple of weeks or so, and he says, yeah, he says, we're out of stock on batteries. I said, okay. Still out of stock. I says, well, okay then. He says, can you drop a battery off for us to test your equipment with? I thought it's a bit odd. He's a main dealer, he's got a showroom, he's a fixer, you know what I mean, he's a tool mechanic. I said, okay then. He says, yeah, he says, still out of stock in batteries. That's, I think, code for we haven't got any of our own batteries. So I did, dropped it off the following week, and he had it for another week or so. I think we're coming up to nearly the end of April now, and yeah, phone call off him already, all done. I thought, oh, fucking hell. So I went and picked it up, and I always test it before I leave, and tested it, and this thing, you could tell it was still fucked. It was rough. It was worse than what it was before it broke. You could tell, and I just looked at him and I said, it's still not working, mate. And he hasn't got one in to test on his showroom, so it's not like I can compare the noises that the two make. You could hear it was screaming its bag off trying to turn around. He says, well, just take it with you and see how you get on. So, okay. So I took it with me, and I got it back. First job, it spun for about 30 seconds, wailing its tits off all the while, and then it just ground to a halt, and it threw up all the flashy lights, and it wouldn't do anything since then. So dropped it off the following Tuesday, because I only go to that place where he is once a week, Now I'm not going to name a town because you'll work out who it is. So I dropped it off, and he says, yeah, no problem, I'll just get another motor ordered up. They're off the shelf, same features before, and we'll get one thrown in for you and it'll all be done, because that's the only two things it could be. So at this point I was like, okay then. So left him with a battery, left him with a tool, and I went, he rung me up in about 2 or 3 weeks ago from now, and this is the 20th of June, so it's about 4 months since I dropped it off. Yeah, I'm going to have to send it back to Stowe, there's nothing more I can do with it. And I says, well Luke, what are the options, because I need this tool back as quick as I can really. I says, I have got another strimmer, so it's not like I'm hard up, but I bought this particular strimmer because I don't want vibration, I don't want noise, I want to be a bit more eco. That's the business, the way I'm pushing the business, and in a way that's what customers like. So he says, oh well, we don't know what Stowe will do. I said, well Luke, I said, if you've had trouble fixing it, I says, just push them to write it off. I'd rather have a new one. I don't want another one that I'm going to be always gambling with, and how long it's going to take before it breaks, and then it's out of warranty and I'm stuck with a dead duck. He says, oh well, I can't guarantee anything. I says, well Luke, I says, just lay it on to him and just say, look, this chap's waited just under 3 months now and he's not happy. And he says, yeah, of course, I'll do all that, I'll do all that, I'll do all that. I said, okay then. So this is about 3 weeks ago, and I rung him up yesterday saying, basically, is it, can you give us an update? And the chap that works there says, well, yeah, all I can tell you, it's got sent off. I says, okay then. I says, well, do you know roughly how long it takes? Like, I'm not ringing him up every day, I'm ringing up probably once every 2 weeks. As I say, I'm not barraging him with calls. He says, no, it's... I says, how long does it normally take to Stowe to repair stuff? You know, thinking it's an easy question he can answer. Oh, well, how long's a piece of string? I was like, great, you know, just what you want, that is. So I've just left it at that, basically. It's in their hands. I'm just wondering off you guys, what would you do in this situation? I've talked to a few other people, and they've just said that they'd be kicking off, or they'd be ringing Stowe up and moaning and saying, look, where is it, and all this. Now, I don't believe in burning bridges. As I say, I don't want to have to ring up and give somebody the kick-off speech unless I really have to. And I do understand there is a supply chain issue, I can understand that, but I think you can gather from this that it's the gripe I've got is probably 25% parts not being in stock, but the big gripe is the bullshit where yes, they're in stock, yes, it will take so long to finish, we haven't got batteries, oh, I'll be fixing it next day for you, you ring up, oh, he's gone on holiday. So what do you guys think I should do in this situation? Anyway, post it down in the comments. Ta-ra now.